You're que lo que Knicks fans. Welcome to episode 35 of Knicks fans Wallin'. And here we are, another season of New York Knicks basketball. Renewed hope, faith, just a lot of excitement. And the Knicks haven't disappointed. They are 3-1. Just like last year when they started 5-1 and everybody was wild and literally going crazy. But this year we have Jalen Brunson and things seem and feel a little different. Is it different? I gotta talk about it, and I gotta bring up my guys. Don Juan in the building. Tell the people it's really good.
Yo, Juan in the building. What's going on, Knicks fans? Man, it's great to be back another week with Knicks fans. Wild, and you already know, man, coming out of the Off the Ball Network. Make sure to check out the Off the Ball Network website for your everyday sport needs, man. Always some good content in there. But y'all back here, and if this is your first time listening, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's how we make our numbers, make our day, man. Make sure to like the channel, make sure to subscribe, make sure to run it up with them likes. And hey, giveaway coming soon, man. Just know that giveaways be looking nice, man. I know a couple people, whether it's Nick tickets, Yankee tickets, whether it's RJ Barrett jerseys, man. Maybe an RJ Barrett this year. We're a little off to a rocky start. We might have to do a little something different this year.
Hey,
But but little Jalen Brunson, Jalen him Brunson, what we calling him, man? We calling him son, cause man, he out here looking like an all star, man. But let me not even throw everything out
chill,
there, 'cause I'm getting too excited, man.
chill,
Jalen
chill.
Brunson,
Settle.
man.
Look at this. Don Juan is jumping. I've never seen Don Juan with so much
Yo, he got
excitement,
a
man.
he got a point guard,
It's
baby. Come
getting
on,
me
man.
nervous right now. I ain't gonna hold you, man. And we are here joined with the six man. Knicks fans Wallen becoming a regular. Shout out to Zebo, man. Gotta clap it up for Zebo, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yo,
What's
welcome
good?
back,
What's
baby.
good, man? Yo, hold on. So real quick, you just had to bring up last year, right? Like you couldn't just hold it down. You had to go ahead and bring down my 3-1 move by bringing up last year. Come on,
Don't kill the
bro.
messenger, bro. I'm just here presenting for the people and telling them
Nah,
what's really good.
I ain't trying to hear. I'm good, man. What's good with y'all, man? I'm feeling good, man. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
about last year, bro. I'm
let's
doing
get
good
it
right
right.
now. I'm
New year,
chilling.
new
Yeah,
team, baby.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
let's go right into it, fellas. Let's talk about Jalen Brunson, our new point guard. The New York Knicks have a point guard, and it's showing out these first four games. Yesterday, he had 27 points, 13 assists, career high, by the way, and
Mm.
7 rebounds. Just 10 for 15 from the floor, 5 of 5 from the free throw. Man, that man is Mr. Reliable. He just gets the job done. And we said this. I said this yesterday. Yesterday was a game the Knicks lose without Jalen Brunson. This is a team. This is a game that they would have lost last year. Nobody to settle the troops. Nobody to give him a clutch bucket. It's just looking at Julius Randle and hope he creates. So we have different dynamics, different energy. So I gotta start with Don Juan because he almost jumped out the chair talking about Jalen Brunson. I'm excited to see you
Bro,
excited so much, bro. Give me the energy. Keep it up.
hey man, it's just good, man. Like you said, bro. You said that this is a game last year we would have lost. You know how many games last year we lost, like on some, we winning double digits, lose the lead because we just lose some type of control. And a lot of people were blaming Tibbs. I felt like, it's what the hand he was dealt with. But besides that, let me not go somewhere else with that one. But Jalen Brunson, bro, he's controlled. He keeps the offense flowing. Like he's not forcing none. And you know what I really liked about it yesterday is that he saw, the team wasn't really stepping up, but he took the initiative. Like, all right, I need to really show out today. Top of the fact that they were kind of slipping on defense.
Terrible.
I was watching a couple clips on Twitter, and it was just how they were playing defense on him. He was chopping it up. Like he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna use the pick here. These guys are going under on the screen. I'm gonna hit a three now. Now they guarded me on the 3-point line. Now I'm gonna take him to the rack." Like he was doing a little bit of everything yesterday, and I was so impressed. And it's funny that it kind of looked a little bit Luca-ish. Like the footwork. It seemed like he really took a page out of Luca's book and was really, showing me stuff yesterday, man. And it was nice to see him show out the bag because I felt like in these last few games, he kind of been just flowing in the system, letting guys play, letting Julius do his thing. But yesterday, like I said, man, he just felt like he had to take control because the team just really needed it, man. It was the Hornets that we thought we were gonna spank them. They didn't have LaMelo, they didn't have Rozier. We should have killed these guys off rip. And they had a bunch of guys that honestly I didn't even know half of their name, but they was out here competing, hitting threes. I was texting you. I'm like, yo, the strategy is we just gotta let them shoot threes. Next thing you know, all these guys just start hitting threes. What the fuck is going on, man? But now I'm
Yeah,
happy,
man.
man. Jalen Brunson did his thing. We got the dub and 3-1, man. And you got to credit Jalen Brunson for holding it down and making sure the offense is flowing, man. I'm just too. It feels exciting to just have a point guard, man. When was the last time we had a point guard? I wait,
Clyde, Walt
I
Clyde,
wait.
Mark Jackson. Let's not
Jesus,
disrespect that.
what year was that?
A long time
Raven
ago.
Raven felt it. Raven felt it.
I was
Before
not
or
able to do
after?
this. Was not able to do this. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. Zebo, man, talk to. Do you have that same excitement about Jalen Brunson as Don Juan has right now?
I mean, I definitely do. I mean, honestly, I predicted this during, when we spoke about the offseason as far as what's going to be the improvement. I said, when you have a point guard like that with a high IQ, this is what happens. He opens up spots on the floor. He puts everybody, where they need to go. He knows exactly. I mean, yeah, bro. He knows where to get to his spots. He's good, he's good off the dribble, bro, shooting. I mean, you saw the step back. And he gets everybody in a great position, bro. That's why I love him as our point guard. He's just consistent, has a high IQ. And yeah, bro, he just made life easier for everyone there. When you saw that Julius Randle was kind of getting back to his old ways, having Jalen Brunson there, to kind of calm him down, get him to his right spots. I mean, that's what we need, bro. That's exactly what we needed. We just needed someone to kind of control the offense, and so he does that for us. And so, honestly, bro, I'm not that surprised. Like I knew we would be at this point. I knew he would be consistent. I knew he would make all the right decisions. And so, yeah, bro. I mean, I'm happy right now, and he just has to keep going. The whole team just has to keep going.
I'm gonna roll the tape back to see if you really predicted this because there was a lot of hate for Jalen Brunson from
Nah, man, it
everywhere.
didn't come from me though. It
We
definitely
gonna
did not
roll.
come
We
from
gonna
me.
roll the tape. I'm
It
gonna
definitely
look
didn't
up.
come from me.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
look up. I'm gonna look it up.
Go
I'm gonna roll the
ahead. Go
tape
ahead, bro.
after the Jalen.
And it's crazy too, because I predicted his numbers. I told you he'd be around 17, 6, 7
Oh, come
assists
on. There's
around
only
there.
been 4 games. Chill out. We
But
can't predict. There's only been 4 games. Relax now. And speaking of these 4 games, the Knicks are 3-1. Picked up wins against Orlando, Detroit, and the Hornets yesterday, and lost in overtime to the Grizzlies. So it was a tough in on the road against one of the best teams out west, and they lost. So the Knicks are 3-1, and there's a lot of things, good or bad, that we could talk about. And I know Zebo, you got few things to get off your chest here as we start off 3-1. What do you think about this 3-1 start? And
let me start with the positives first. I mean, as far as the positives, like I said, we brought in guys with very high IQs. I mean, honestly, at Jalen Brunson, love our guy. But the one real guy that honestly I've been really impressed on is my guy Isaiah Hartstein, aka David Lee, with the little hug shot. He has a great,
Yo,
honestly,
that
bro. He has a
floater.
great IQ. Yeah, he has the little lefty floater in there, man. He honestly, bro, he knows how to he gets everybody in great position, man. He's not afraid to make that extra pass. But yeah, I mean, I love him coming off the bench. And like I said before, bro, Jalen Brunson has just made the game just easier for everyone around. And so, as far as our start, I mean, the guys that we brought in has been great. I do have a few nitpicks. I'll be honest. I mean, RJ Barrett has been inconsistent. I know he had his 20. I know he had his 20 last game, but I'll be honest. It was a quiet 20. It was a very quiet. It was a
yep,
very quiet 20. It was an inefficient 20, and the last few games have been very inefficient. I don't know if it's because having Jalen Brunson there, he's trying to find his role within the offense. But we hope that again, my one concern about RJ is not necessarily for him to start scoring 25. Like I don't really need that. I just need them to start being more efficient, and so that's what I'm hoping that during the season that starts happening. But other than that, man, the team is just the offense just been flowing. The defense has been really good. So I mean, as far as a start, it's been better than what I expected. You're right. I mean,
Yeah,
some of these games we would have lost last year.
that's a fact.
yeah, man, and RJ Barrett. We talk about the inefficientness. He started off the year 3 for 21 from the 3-point line. Just played atrocious
You can't do that.
defense most of the game. The fourth quarter, he stepped up. He hit a couple big free throws, but the Knicks fans are gonna start holding you accountable. You just got paid. I would say the honeymoon period is over for RJ, and you see a lot of Knicks fans now They want to see more. That they don't want to
Yo,
see. Usually
they've
it'll
been
be like,
pressing.
usually it'll be like, okay, RJ's off to a bad start. This is regular, whatever. But we don't want to hear that this year, especially that we see that we have a decent team and we just gotta play hard and try to steal some wins. And we need RJ to be able to do that. So I'm gonna kick it to you, Don Juan, before I go about this 3-1 start, man. So give me a negative and a positive.
Hey, well, positive is that we're 3-1, and that we're not losing to these bum ass teams that we would
For
lose to
sure.
last year. Magic, for some reason, had a number last year. And going into this Hornets game, as much as I looked at the lineup, I'm like, who started for this team? Okay, we looking good. Mellow out, Rozier out. This should be an easy dub. But then in the back of my mind, you always remember the Hornets. For some reason, they always have a not that they have a number, they just always play as well. So we can't like take this moment for granted. And I feel like the team as a whole kind of just overlooked these guys. And at the end of the day, these NBA players, you got to respect them. You got to put a hand up. You got to defend. And I felt like the team was a bit, lackadaisical, like my guy Clyde said. Like they were just letting these guys by. I mean, it was a lot of tough earned buckets too. Like my guy DSJ looking good out there. That was a nice like comeback story too. He had a little revenge game. But besides that Hornets game, I don't want to focus too much on the Hornets game. I think this is exactly what we should be. And if honestly, we spoke about it a few episodes ago or last episode, if RJ plays a little better, we win that game against Memphis, we'd be 4-0 right now too. So it's like, I like what I see from the team. Obviously, the season just started. I'm not gonna overreact to little bad performances, but you start taking note now, and like Zebo said, I'm definitely taking note that RJ's um I wouldn't say lack of effort because the effort's there. I think he's just the IQ level is not even up there. Where I thought that was actually something that he had coming into the league. Like it was something that I credit him for. Like maybe he's not the most athletic guy, but mentally or IQ wise, he's up there. And these last few games, I felt like he looks a little bit lost out there, low key, and it
I
might be
feel
what
like
Zebo said, where kind of adjusting to the system. Brunson is now like the focal point of the team, and he's the Brunson technically the number one. Julius Randle's number two, and RJ3, but it is interchangeable. But you know what I mean? Like it's just he's taking a step back at the same he just got paid. We expect him to be
yeah.
performing better. Pressure's on is the hot seat, but I'm not gonna go crazy on him
Before
just yet.
before you give you a positive, Don Juan, let me just say, what I see from RJ too. Maybe he's got from like what Mitchell Robinson had, where you can see he put on weight this off season, but he looks like stiff and not moving. Like maybe he put too much weight on. Like that's just a question that we should look into as the season progresses. You
It's
know?
funny. It's funny that you mentioned that because that first game I was talking to Angel Fantasy Star. For those who know who Fantasy Star is, but he was talking about like, yo, what's good with RJ, man? He got a little like neck fat, like he got a little some here, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. And he's like, yo, he looking like Luca, and I'm like, as much as I try to put a positive spin to it, I'm like, I don't really like that baby fat, man. What's going on here? Like, you should be cut up right now. I thought you was busy working out and cutting up,
no, I
and
mean he's lean. He is lean. He's strong, but sometimes you put on too much weight. Like Mitch
it
last year.
takes time to get used to.
Yeah,
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, and
he looks stiff though. He looks stiff.
he does, and he's getting beat by guys he shouldn't be getting beat by. But in terms of just positive, man, just the will and the heart this team has. It seems like there's some chemistry building there, and I feel like the fact that we have a point guard does help because he's that as the leader. I see him talking. He's like, "We got this. Don't worry about it." Telling somebody misses a shot, he's over here patting on their back like, "Yo, keep it going. Don't worry about it." I feel like we didn't have that. We were missing that. As much as we have like Derrick Rose as a veteran leader, he's not really outspoken like that. Yeah, Alex Burks running point guard. He's not really a point guard. He's as much as he's gonna do. He's like, "Yo, good game, and keep it moving." Like he's not really a leader and like what do they call like a voice of men? Like he's gonna rally the troops behind him, and I think Jalen Brunson is that guy. And then the best part of it was, especially last night, is that we saw that he could actually score and put up buckets and will the team to a win. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that, and I can't wait for the season and for the little road stretch we have ahead, which you're gonna hit up on. We're gonna talk about it in a bit.
Yeah,
Real
man. Just
quick.
harping on. Oh, go ahead, Zigo.
Yeah, because I just got a question for you. Do you feel like we probably just? Do you feel like we set the expectations too high for RJ Barrett? Because I mean, again, I'll be honest. I think part of the issue is that we set. I think we set too many expect. I think we set the bar. We set the expectations too high for him. Like I don't think we need. Like I said before, we don't need him to score 25. Like we just need him to be efficient. Like again, we know. At least I know what. At least I know what RJ Barrett is. He's not. Again, he's not a superstar. Borderline All Star. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you know, he'll be in the league for a few years, but I think we set the bar way too high for him, and so I think we need to start setting it a little lower. Let's start simplifying everything for him. Like just play D. You know, get to your spots, get to your shots, but again, you don't have to do too much.
Nah, man. I disagree with you every pace because it's
Man,
like
Debo, you been hating on RJ for too long, man. I don't know. I
I
think
disagree with you, bro.
you've
Because
been waiting for this narrative, man.
you see, John Morant All Star, Darius Garland All Star, Zion Williamson. I'm not sure if he made an All Star, but he's on his way. So you have these guys who got drafted right there with him, and they already became All Stars. Two, we almost traded R.J. Barrett for Donovan Mitchell, and we basically turned around, gave Danny Ainge a deadline, and signed R.J. Barrett instead of trading for Donovan Mitchell. So no, we cannot bring down the expectations for you, bro. You have to step up and reach these expectations because if you don't reach that level, we're just gonna be barely a playing team, a fringe playing team because our third overall pick, our highest draft pick since Patrick Ewing, is not living up to the expectation. So no, I'm not lowering no expectation for RJ Barrett. You better reach my sky high expectation because man, we need it. We need it, bro. We need it.
Yeah, they already said low for me, so I don't know. You go ahead. I
I,
look
I
through
hear
your
you. I hear you,
mind.
though, Debo. I hear you. I hear you got lowered, but in the sense where, for me, just hearing you say it, it just sounds a little bit like you've been waiting for this moment, man. You've been
Yeah,
waiting for
nah,
it, and it's
Zebo.
fine. It's fine. It's what it is. You
I
know.
can't even take Zebo off the stream like I usually do. Cause there's no RJ Barrett, but it's warranted, man. I'm warranted. I'm leaving you on the screen, Zebo. I'm leaving you on the screen. But let me talk about my positives here in this 3-1 start. Uh, this team just looks well prepared every game. We let the Hornets run amok. We didn't play defense, but we picked it up on other aspects as far as scoring and clutch buckets. And of course, Jalen Brunson, man. Jalen Brunson is the positive here for the New York Knicks in the beginning. And we can't forget, we haven't mentioned Julius Randle meditating before the game. Looks like he got his head right. You saw yesterday, made a couple boneheaded moves, but also a couple big rebounds and big buckets. You know, that's just what we got to live with Julius Randle. It's just like the good and the bad. We talk about R.J. Barrett's bads and good. We just got to live with Randle. He's an imperfect player. Wish he was at number 3 because Don Juan said he was 2, and it might be true. I wish he was at number 3, 4, which would be perfect, but he's not. But you know he looks good, so that's another positive. And the negative, which will lead up to our next point, man, it's just this Evan Fournier thing really, really bothers me. I just see no reason he should be our starting two guard. I mean, I've never been so happy when I seen a New York Knicks player foul out until Evan Fournier fouled out yesterday.
He
When
had a
Kelly,
good game too, man. Stop playing.
nah. It's just his defense, bro. The
Debo can't
position
defend.
before that, he literally just fell to the ground. He had the ball,
Yeah,
he fell to the ground, and they turned it. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on, bro. He had an okay scoring night. He was moving. It's listen. This is the thing with NBA players and the generation we live in now, where it's just like receipts and things. These are NBA players. They're gonna have good games. They're gonna do their thing. They're
right.
professional basketball players. So he's gonna play good. It's not like he's a bona fide bum. But on this team, I just do not see the need for him. Which leads to our next point. Quinn Grimes got announced that he's gonna be out again to start this road trip for the Knicks. And this injury was a concern, man. The other day I was lit, and I swear I was thinking of like a theory, you know, that the Knicks, they trying to trade Evan Fournier and they don't want to bring Grimes because they don't want to bench Cam Reddish. I had this insane theory the other day, just sipping in the crib, and listen.
Hey,
I
give
don't
him the
know.
minutes, bring up his trade value. I hear.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But man, listen, I just don't. The Knicks have been so untransparent with injuries. I remember last year Derrick Rose injury was kind of weird. It was like, oh, day to day, day to day, day to day, and then he's out. Basically, he's out the whole year. So this Grimes injury is starting. The thing I don't want to hear is like in 2 weeks, oh, he's gonna need surgery, and then that just will blow my mind because it's like, what was happening this whole time? Thought it was soreness. I thought he had MRI, and the Knicks are just not being transparent. It's just like, oh, he did some work, he did this. Like, what is it that's wrong with that foot? Like, what is it? Get to the bottom of it and let us know what is it. But yeah, I'm gonna throw it to you guys. This is a two-part question for you guys. Is the Grimes injury concerning to you? And if, and we hope he comes back, how can you justify benching Cam Reddish again for Quentin Grimes and still playing Evan Fournier? Don Juan, I'm gonna start with you.
All right. So first part, if it's concerning, I mean, hell yeah, it's concerning, man. You hit it on the head with that, with the fact that they're not really telling us what it is. I think if they were to tell us exactly what the injury is, there's probably you could justify more why Evan Fournier is still out there and playing a lot of minutes and actually has a consistent role on this team. Granted, he probably has to play anyways because Grimes is not around, but just the fact that he's still on the team, like, is it makes more sense to me at least. Because today I was talking about it on Twitter about if there was a situation where we end up trading him, we still have Cams and Grimes there that they're both kind of injury prone. Maybe not so much Grimes. I'm not gonna go crazy. He's his second year, but last year he played about 40 games. Cam Reddish every year he's always dealing with some knick-knack injuries. So if both of them, let's say God forbid, both of them go down, who else do we have? We're gonna have McBride out there. McBride is fine. I mean, it's nothing against McBride, but now you're gonna have a smaller lineup out there. Now McBride is gonna have to be playing point guard, IQ shooting guard. I mean, IQ, Derrick Rose shooting guard, IQ small forward, or whatever the case may be, is a three-guard rotation, and we can't have that, man. We cannot have that. But when Grimes eventually does come back, it's gonna be a little tough. It's gonna be a little tough. Obviously, depending on the severity of the injury, how bad it is, I don't want to rush it. But if he's 100%, someone's gonna have to take an L. And me just knowing how, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I know, but I just have a feeling that it's gonna be Cam that's gonna be losing the minutes just because Grimes, Cam is pretty much just filled in for Grimes. Literally, that slot that's open right now is Grimes, and Cam is the one kind of taking
Yeah,
over.
100%.
So
Yeah.
until Grimes comes back, that's Cam's moment. But once Grimes comes back, I swear it's just gonna be same thing, just plugging,
Yeah.
get Cam out of there, get put Grimes in there. Unfortunately for now, but future's still there. As long as Fournier is doing his thing, that stock
What
is gonna
thing?
rise. I mean, hitting threes. That's all. That's all he's special at.
Oh my
The
gosh,
only thing is, that's all right. We're probably gonna talk about it a little later, but it's like you're just gonna trade him for a second round pick at this point. You're gonna have to.
bro, he's
He's
shooting
not gonna.
36% from 3 pointer, man. I'll take a second round pick. I'll take a second round
That's
pick,
no,
man.
but that's exactly what we're gonna get. That's what's crazy,
I'll take it.
and
I'll
that's
take it.
fine. That's fine. But you know, I'm concerned though. Grimes' injury is definitely a concern.
All right. What about you, Z boy? If and when Quentin Grimes comes back, like, how do you justify benching Cam Reddish again?
You can't. I mean, you can at this point, especially the way he's been playing, because he actually did. He's been. I mean, he's been great for us when he's been on the floor, and I mean, and he creates. I mean, he's really a shot maker. Like you could tell he's born to do this, and so you can't necessarily justify it. And just going back to your first question too, yeah, I'm concerned about his injury. I mean, it's a foot. Like it's you've seen the history of the NBA with people with like foot injuries, and it
Mm.
usually ends up really bad. And you're absolutely right too. Like honestly, bro, the Knicks they're never transparent when it comes to these injuries, so we don't know. So honestly, it can be pretty bad. And then also just the fact that we do need Grimes for his defense, and he is gonna, he's gonna be around guarding the best defenders. So yeah, I think moving forward, yeah, I'm a little concerned because it takes a while for you to start. It takes a while for you to get for you to start feeling comfortable, especially if that foot is really injured. So, yeah, going back to that, yeah, I'm really concerned. And yeah, I mean, at this point, when it comes to Cam Reddish, yeah, I would like to see him playing more minutes because you're absolutely right. Initially, when we had, we were talking about we were talking, last few episodes about, Evan Fournier. Yeah, I kind of justified him because of his shooting, but honestly, he's not even shooting that well. And yeah, his defense has actually taken a step back. And so, yeah, I mean, at this point, I would like to see Quinn Grimes play more minutes. Because if Evan Fournier is just out there shooting threes, you can't justify it. I need someone that plays D and shoots threes at the same time. So yeah, and I want Cam Reddish to start getting those minutes, and so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm definitely concerned about Grimes right now.
Let's see, man, because things might get spicy, and I needed to get spicy because I thought I had this radical idea, and now I'm concerned. I'm concerned because Grimes, he needs to get healthy and he needs to get right. We need him. We need
What's
him.
the radical idea? Talk to us. Come on.
No, just the radical scenario I had where they just resting Cam until they figure out what they do with Fournier.
Mm.
And
Hey,
I mean, where
nah,
they resting Grimes, they resting Grimes until they figure out what they could do with Fournier. They trying to trade him. That was my radical idea, but I don't know. I'm now.
Or maybe they're
well,
trying
this
to maybe
Grimes,
trying to up the
this
value.
Grimes
Maybe they're trying
thing.
to up the value on him, right?
That's
Yeah,
possible.
something they trying to do
But
something, and they
this
trying to make.
This Grimes thing's been dragging out for a long
Yeah,
time
yeah.
too. I
That's
mean,
why. That's why I think it's
Yeah,
the dub,
not
man.
summer league and training camp. He was walking around with a boot.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
saw him in the open practice, but it wasn't like
That's the
crazy.
thing. You see him in practice, and he's running, cutting. I'm like, hold up, bro. You looking alright, bro. I stubbed my toe and I'm like limping for weeks and stuff. But you like running, jumping, and cutting like you going crazy. And then I don't see no foot soreness. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
if he's missing games, I'm sure it's something because he's a young dude. Uh, got hurt last year, so he didn't really show out that much as he wanted to. And we was debating earlier on Twitter with our good friend Josh, and people don't believe in Grimes. People don't believe in Grimes, and they like trade Grimes. And especially that he was quote unquote untouchable on the Donovan Mitchell side of
Well,
things. So
I think that might have the that's the bigger thing too. Like, it's the guy that was untouchable and
yeah.
he's not even on the court right now. Like,
So
what's up with
so
that?
so it's a lot of question for Grimes.
Hey,
But
everybody getting put up in the hot seat, man. RJ, not Grimes. I mean, IQ first couple games.
we
Yo,
hot
everybody
right
getting
now.
it hot, man.
We
These
hot
Knicks
right
fans,
now.
man. Hey,
We hot right now. And let me talk about something I put on Twitter the day that yesterday that caused a little uproar. I was listening to the Michael K show on 98.7, and he said, quote unquote, he had intel that star players don't come to New York because the booing. Aaron Judge, he just had 62 home runs, and then they started booing him at Yankee Stadium with his trash playoff performance. And he also noted that NBA players saw how the Knicks fans turned on Julius Randle last year. And that was a turnoff. So that's a narrative that's out there. Are you buying that story, Zebo? Are you buying that story?
I mean,
this coming from a
do
Red
I?
Sox fan, just a little.
Oh man. I mean, I can see that. I can see that, but it is what it is though. Like this is
Yeah.
like when you play here, this is what you signed up for. You signed up for the criticism. You
Mm.
just got to take it. But one thing I think one thing that people are forgetting too is that when it comes to Knicks fans, and I feel like New York fans in general, because yeah, in the moment, yeah, you're gonna hear the booing because the expectations are very high. But at the end of the day, there's people that love Aaron Judge, bro. There's people that just love the effort that where
Right.
whether it's the Knicks, Yankees, whoever it is, if you're showing their effort every single day, then people are gonna love you for it. The problem with Julius Randle is that obviously he had his games where it didn't look very good, but it wasn't necessarily even the games. It was just his body language, his attitude. That's what really, honestly, that's what really messed it up for him last year. It's just his body language, his attitude, not really wanting to talk to the media. And again, like, just again, This is what comes with it. Like you need to, be accountable. Like if again, if you're having a bad game, step up. Say you're gonna have a bad game. Like it is what it is. So I mean, I
Yeah.
see it, but this is what you sign up when you get here. But I think people need to understand as well, real quick, is that if you win a championship here, and again, this is a pipe dream, but I feel like, bro, if you're able to bring a championship here, you will like. That's sick. You set for life here. Like you're
Bro.
literally a god here. Like you see how people treat Eli Manning here. And again, Eli Manning's a borderline Hall of Famer, but he's a god here. So I think players need to start understanding that as well. Is that the end result of this is
Yeah,
just
that's
out
a
of this
great
world.
point. That's a great point, Zebo. It's like we talk about Julius Randle last year, but we talk about Julius Randle 2 years ago, and we he was on the slam cover. His son was like walking around like he was a superstar on the streets, and it's like, yeah, if you bad, you're gonna hear it, but if you good, we just make everything
You're God.
dramatic. We make everything
Exactly.
dramatic. Soon, Jalen Brunson's gonna have a poster right here on the statue, right by the statue of Liberty, right? We
Exactly.
might change the Statue of Liberty with a picture of Jalen Brunson. It is what it is. It's the good and the bad, man,
It's a
and
good and a
that's New
bad.
York. That's New York, and that's the thing. Now you pick now where you want to play. So if that's a narrative that's out there, then you're just not built for New York. But there's people that are actually built for New York, and just we're gonna see if Aaron Judge is built for New York. And listen, Julius Randle's still here, and he looks like he's doing better, so he might be built for New York. So what about you, Don Juan?
Hey, that narrative, man. I feel like we've been hearing this for some time now, especially on Nick's side. Because I mean, even for the Yankees, man, there's some big names that that when I think it was Cliff Lee that wanted us. That was the Yankees were ready to sign him, and he signed with Philly. And then the reason was, oh, nah, because the fans and whatnot. And then recently, now with the Knicks missing out on all these free agents, it's like, yeah, James Dolan, but now it's the fans, the hard on the. It's like, bro, who's reporting this? It's the media. The media out here trying to flip the script when the medias are the ones that aren't being allowed into press conference. They like people are dead as ducking them because they're the ones creating narratives about players or owners, about fans. Like they're the ones running these stories. These people are really like it was a bored Wednesday and they out here like, yeah, Aaron Judge don't want to go back because the fans are booing. Like, come on, bro. Are you kidding me? How
Yeah.
are you getting this info? Oh, you know what sources say, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Especially
Derek
after one,
Jeter,
especially after 3-1 start too. You're gonna put that out there?
bro.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter, all time, Yankee legend, out here told us he would boo himself if he's underperforming.
Yeah.
That says a lot. It's just New York. Obviously, it's a big stage, and granted, some people are gonna be like, "Nah," but every stage is a big stage. Nah, man. It's when the bright lights hit, sold out crowd out here just ready for a win. Especially when you haven't won in a while, man. Expectations, the bar gets a little higher. But
Exactly.
and then I say all that to say this, man. Donovan Mitchell wanted to come home. Jalen Brunson signed with us. He could have signed anywhere else. He could have taken a bag and not even the same bag that he got in New York, but it's no taxes in Dallas. He probably could have gotten something hefty out there and gotten all that money with no taxes. Like New York is a place to be. Granted, crime's a little high now, a little situation,
That's besides
but
the point.
that has nothing to do with sports. I mean, the fans are passionate. I mean, you just see Julius Randle. Maybe it's a PR tour. I don't know, but he's out here, best fans in the world, bro. We was in the first game of the season, and the guy right next to me is booing the shit out of Julius Randle when they called
A
Julius
lot
Randle
of
when he
people.
walking in. And guess who's the first one cheering for him? The same guy right next to me after Julius Randle puts a bucket. Get out of here, man. It's all bullshit. The fans just want to see you play and compete and show good energy. Like Zebo said, a lot of it last year was just the negative. Like I felt like he was just the body language coming off of him wasn't positive, and it was like toxic, and it was spreading out to the team as well. And I feel like the team, if the fans are seeing it, I'm pretty sure the players are seeing, they're feeling it too. And maybe it's a bit of like, this is the first time with fans, and yeah, it was a bit toxic, but bro, he gets it now,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
it
man.
just it takes some time. And when you get it and understand how the fans work, and you're ready to hit the big stage, man, it's New York, baby. You can't be afraid of the lights.
Hey, man. Fans stand for fanatics, and that's what we are. We're just crazy in love with our team. Yeah, let's wrap this show up, fellas. Hey man, the next schedule, you can say now the next season begins. They play the next 7 games against teams that were in the playoffs or playing last year. It's gonna get tough and it's gonna get nasty and it's gonna get gritty. So let's just harp on these next 3 games as we usually do on this show and give us prediction. Next 3 games at Milwaukee, at Atlanta. Excuse me. At Milwaukee. Wednesday they in Atlanta. Sunday they in Cleveland. So at Milwaukee, at Cleveland, then back home against the Hawks. And those are 3 tough teams right in our alleyway. The Eastern Conference, the Donovan Mitchell narrative are gonna start early. Ah man, Zebo, tell me what do you think about the next three
Oh,
games?
next 3 games. Man, I'm tempted to say 4-0, but I think we'll.
Three,
I think
three.
we'll.
Next three games.
I'm te- oh, next three. I'm
Let's
bugging. I'm
go.
bugging.
We
I'm
go
bugging.
with 4 out of 3.
I'm bugging. I was looking at the other games, but now I can see us. I can see us losing one close. I can see us losing one close, just because I think Atlanta's tough. I mean, with Dejounte and Trey Young is definitely. I think Milwaukee will. I think we'll take that game. We'll steal that game. We'll
Whoa.
definitely even without Chris Middleton. I think we're able to steal. I think we can steal that game. As far as the Atlanta, is that one's gonna be tough. That one definitely is gonna be tough. So I can see us losing one.
Oh man, Zebo, look, that's crazy because I actually see us winning that Atlanta game because we back at home, but I just do not see us. I don't think we're in the level of Milwaukee and Cleveland yet. I mean, those are
Even
two.
without Middleton.
Even without Middleton, Giannis is out there scoring 40, 45. It's just easy for Giannis, and
They just beat the Sixers, I think it was.
they just beat the Sixers and Brooklyn. I mean,
And
that team is just they're champions, and Drew Holiday is there. He's a champion, and is next man up. Brooke Lopez. I mean, teams like that, they just somebody always steps up, and we are Knicks fans, so we know a Javante Carter will come out and give us 35, and you're like, who? And it's like he just scored 35 on us,
But I mean,
and
that's why I said we will steal one. I think we'll
I,
steal that game.
I just don't see. I don't think. Well, I hope I'm wrong, but I see us winning against Atlanta. But I just don't think we can bleed. We don't have that power yet. We're not that complete. I hope I'm wrong, but to beat the Cleveland and the Milwaukee's of the world, but we'll be at home and we'll shut down Trey. We always play the Hawks good, so we'll win that game.
and we got Mitchell Robinson in the paint, which for some reason I feel like he's always a guy that has always played well against them, and keeps Trey Young honest. Hey, but for me, 2-1. I
Two
think
one
2-1. I
two.
think we. I
Oh,
think
Knicks fans,
I
we
I
optimistic
think
this
two
year.
one, and it's crazy that you mentioned the Hawks, man. I thought you would say like Cleveland at least. I think at least Cleveland for
Is that
me
we're
is
on the road, man? We're on. It's tough
I
to
feel
beat.
like
It's tough to
The Cleveland
know.
one is the one that has me. Obviously, Bucks are Cleveland, but Cleveland for me just because I think Garland is gonna be back by then. He's already like getting back to himself. I think he got poked in the eye and he missed a couple games. And just Donovan Mitchell, bro. Donovan Mitchell's been on a tear this year. I feel like he's just gonna show out. First game against the Knicks, he's gonna be like, "Oh, y'all didn't want to trade for me. This who y'all got. This who y'all got. Y'all didn't trade
That's
back out
why.
for me."
That's why I think we're
Nah, yeah,
gonna
he been in
lose.
his bag,
He
right?
that I think that's the game that they gonna lose. The Bucks, I think they might just overlook us. They might sleep on us. We just might catch them on the you know woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and then the Hawks, man, I ain't got no worries about them. I feel like after seeing what Jalen Brunson is gonna be doing to what he's gonna be doing to this whole league, I feel bad for Trey Young, man. He's gonna have to
Nah,
defend
they
me.
gonna put the Jonte on him. They
I
gonna.
mean, they gonna have to, but then who he's gonna guard? I mean, he's gonna have to guard Evan Fournier.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good there, bro. He don't gotta worry about nothing there. Just protect the 3 point. They gonna be like, hey man, you see what you do?
Do your
Just do
thing.
that. Yeah, just
Do your
protect
thing.
that. Yeah, man. Wow, bro. What a fun show this was. And as you can see, the optimistic level is through the roof. It's through the roof.
That's what happens
And,
when you get a point guard, baby.
and hopefully we could keep it up there,
That's a
man.
fact.
And give us some last words before we get up out of here, Don Juan.
Hey, it's Don Juan, signing out, man. Don't forget to make sure to subscribe to the channel, man. We gotta run them numbers up. Run the numbers up. We looking good right now. I mean, we numbers going high. We getting a lot of views, a lot of likes. But keep liking the boy, man. Please help the algorithms to get more views up and whatnot. But thanks for watching. This is a long season, just the beginning. And 3-1. Let's keep it going.
Zebro, as always, man. Thank you for joining the show, Mr. Six Man. Give us
You
one word before we
already.
get out of here.
Yeah, man, keep following my guys, and yo, shout out to the 5 you right behind me, though. I ain't gonna lie,
Ooh,
this is a
is
nice
that
little view
Madison
right
Square
now, man.
Garden? It look like
Ooh,
Zebro living.
it look like it right now. Nah, we in
Yeah,
the
they got
heights
the.
right now. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
lie,
in
we
the
in the
heights.
trenches right now. Yeah, we in the trenches right now, but it's still a nice view, though. I couldn't
Nah,
even
it's a
lie.
nice view. It's a nice view, bro.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Hey, man, make sure to follow my guy at ASG_0825. We need to get my guy some more follows on the Twitter.
Yes,
So if
definitely.
you
Let's get
listening
it.
to that,
I'm
make
gonna
sure
be
to
active
follow
on
my.
it.
Yeah, he always says that, but he posts once a week. But you got to be active on there for sure. Yo, thank you for watching Knicks fans Wildin' episode 35. As always, man, we love y'all and we thank y'all for the support. And let's keep it rocking, man. We out of here. Peace.